Watercooler.
Wow, wow, ba-dow.
Watercooler.
Win.
Watercooler.
Ba-ba-ba-dow. Hey, welcome to Watercooler, episode number 360. We're doing a full rotation. So thank you so much for tuning in. You know the show goes. I, Chris Loxamana, kick it with my Kroll Digital Buds and Kaylin and Matt. With me today in studio, Gary Smith.
What's up?
Hey, Gary gave you the full neck rotation, too. Mike Dawson's here.
What's up with the 360?
That's episode 360, so we're doing some 360s.
We didn't do any 69s.
Oh, also known as 69 plus 69 plus 69 plus 69 plus 69 plus 15. But Dawson, if that were the case, then you got to do like 5 69s on somebody.
That's a lot. No, that's
Not
a lot.
it. Not
That's
it.
what you're asking for.
I'm just looking for the math.
Okay, and all the way in Long Beach, California, Kalen Bean.
What's going on?
Hey, Kalen, and
Hello?
Matt Fondelier in Austin, Texas.
Hey, brother.
There we are. We're all here.
I miss you guys.
I miss you
It's
so
been a long
much, dude.
time. It's been a week.
We're coming off a really nice holiday weekend. I'm in such a good mood. We all are. I mean, we all kind of needed that break. We're all riding high. Nothing could
The
bring
best
us
mood.
down. Yeah, just such a good mood. But before we started the show, Kalen's like, "Oh, I have an anecdote I want to share." So I'll just give the floor to Kalen.
I can't wait.
What's
I'm
going
just
on, buddy?
Beaming to hear
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
fantastic story you're going to tell us.
I was riding very high off the holiday yesterday too, but I started my day very early. I left at like 8 o'clock. I worked all day long doing pond cleanings and podcasts. I'm driving home. It's like
Pond and
9:50.
pod. Not a bad
On
day.
pod. It was a very long day and I was very tired. And I was driving home. I was on the 5 freeway. I was almost home.
Oh, great.
And there's a pretty good amount of traffic, and some fucking asshole just comes out of nowhere, sideswipes the front of my car, and drives off.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
And again, there's too much traffic to really be following this guy. But even if there wasn't traffic to try and like race up to get him, he was probably going like 90 miles an hour where I was going about 65. And he was weaving just in and out of, and I was kind of trying to follow. And I was like, I can't keep up with this. There's nothing I can do. I am fucked.
Did you didn't did you get the license plate? Anything?
Dude,
It
is not as easy as you
That
think to
sucks.
get license plates. Because when I drive, I prepare myself for the situation. I think, okay, if this car asks me up, what's his license plate, Chris? And then I look real quick and I look away and I recite it. And then I'll forget it 3 minutes later.
It's
maybe
harder
less.
than it's harder.
Yeah,
than it
I don't know
seems.
why people are like, oh, you catch the plate? Dude, I know it's only, seven alphanumeric characters, maybe a handprint, but it's hard to memorize all of that.
Easier with the handprint.
Yeah, it is easier. Now, in California, the typical format, if you don't have the black license plate, is a numbered 3 letters
And then
three numbers.
That's for a car. It's different for a truck, but for a car,
Okay,
you're
yeah.
right.
And it's not like, and there's so many cars out there. Like, before we ask Kalen, did he get a make and model?
I'm sure. I bet he got a make. I don't know if Kalen cares enough about cars to know a model on site.
And I think that's the majority of the population.
Yeah.
Matt, do you think Kalen got a make and model?
No, because he said he came out of nowhere. Like you're saying, like you're
but
like,
he
oh,
chased
this
him a
guy's
little
get-
bit.
Yeah, but if he was
this guy's getting
following
close
him,
to me. Oh, that's true. You were.
If you're
following
tailing him and now you're hyper focused on not letting this guy go.
Dawson,
Yeah.
what do you think?
I think
way.
he's going to be able to narrow it down to either European sports car or Japanese import.
Sports car. Now let's do some
no
profiling
American
here.
automobile
Or American
Yeah,
car.
so
or
Doc,
American
what
car.
happened?
I think he'll get the country of origin, but not
Yeah.
the direct.
What kind of car would do this?
What kind of car would?
It's
do
not about
this?
the car. It's about the person.
Whoa.
dude. Cars don't kill
Whoa.
people.
Like what make and model of a person then, Gary?
Well, you know what? If we're gonna do that, let's see what make and model we all are.
All right, Kalen. So tell us what was his car? And
Oh, he's being questioned on all sides right
sorry.
now.
Kalen's got to step
Okay,
away.
Kalen's step-
Right?
Oh,
And
what
what
yeah,
impressive
he's being
is.
told.
Oh my god.
That's his lawyer going, you don't say a word about this until we
Sorry.
figure this out.
So the make and model of the car was the color black.
Oh.
Nice. There you go.
I actually was going to say that. The black car. That's what I thought he was going to say.
Whatever kind of car it was, the emblem was not prominently displayed on the back. But this is kind of how it went. I could see him coming out of my peripheral vision, and he was way too close, obviously. So I, hit my brakes, and then I heard like a light thud, and then it took me about 3 seconds to go like, one, I'm kind of scared right now, and two, like, did this really just happen? And by the time I came to, he had gone like all the way into the far right lane and then all the way into the far left again, like beyond a set of cars. So there was like a set of cars or two in front of me at this point. Then I'm like, okay, I got to try and like stay on this guy's ass. So I'm kind of starting to try and drive but he's going so crazy. He's just getting more and more cars ahead of me at this point. And I'm like, there's nothing that I can do.
How much damage?
So the front left part of my bumper, or the part that the bumper's not the bumper, but the part the bumper's connected to has a dent in it, and there's like scratches all over the side of it too.
What was the plan for following this car? What was the end game?
I don't know. I just thought that that's what I needed to do, because if I don't do that, I'm fucked.
This is what you
realized,
do.
I'm fucked.
A little bit of James Bond instinct here to maybe try to get him off the road. Might have been.
It's a little intimidation factor.
The license plate thing would have probably been my move. Like, okay, I'm gonna try and just see that license plate and try and remember as long as I can until he gets away. But at that point, I couldn't even get that.
Maybe even take a picture if you have it. If you have for people listening, if this if that. Just grab your phone, take a photo, and then you can zoom into it later. That might work.
Yeah, I would not suggest trying to take a picture while you're trying to speed.
I don't know.
It won't be a problem.
I know what I do, but I don't know if it's what you guys would do. So
swap out the quarter panel.
Yeah. No, I would chase him down like Kalen did. I would speed up. Since I'm a pretty good driver, I would get ahead of him, and then I do that move where you go and do a 180, and then you start going in reverse and just look at the guy.
That'd be smart.
I just while I'm driving in reverse on the freeway, I'd look at him and I just like mouth, "You're
take
dead."
out your Polaroid and take a picture. Like
Top
Gun.
Oh yeah, exactly. Oh, see, I take a picture. Oh, analog though. That's right. Yeah. And I just mouth, "You're dead. You're dead meat, buddy." And then I go 180 again.
Yes.
And
I break it.
You got to do the double.
All right, of course.
And
then I go
roll away.
Yeah, and I'm now I'm just speeding down the freeway. I'm doing tricks. There's a ramp there. I go up it.
A 360.
I did. That's
right. And then
right.
fucking 3 assault choppers come flying in and just hover above this guy.
And then now I'm the one that's wanted, and everyone's like, "This guy's driving irrationally. He just got sideswiped lightly, but this guy is causing some mayhem on the freeway." Then I'm on the news, and I'm weaving through neighborhoods. I'm looking. There's so many cops. I'm 5-star GTA wanted level.
So
Dawson's watching me on the news.
Yep.
Yeah, PlayStation user runs from cops.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right. See, and now I have to get away.
Thinks LA freeways are video games.
So I go underneath an overpass, and I wait it out. Because they good. The camera just goes to the overpass, but I don't come out.
No, he went over.
And is he still under there? And so the helicopter then lands on the freeway because, of course, they close the streets. And the helicopter lands, makes that noise. Mm-hmm. The general of the Pentagon gets out. And he goes, "Where is this guy?
Where is this? He's sucking on a cigar.
Where is this guy?
Where is this guy?"
And there's nothing.
Nothing. Gone.
There's nothing but a playing card. Deuces.
The greatest trick the devil ever pulled.
I'm gone.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
Sorry about your car, Kalen.
That's what you should have done, Kalen.
Next time.
That's what you should have done.
This is the insurance company. Doesn't the insurance have like hit and run coverage? Like this wasn't your fault. Like, can't you get a claim or something?
I put in a claim, but I do not feel very good about them covering it because I am also dealing with another claim that happened to me.
Oh boy,
really?
Tough times.
At the end of July, in which a uninsured motorist rear-ended me.
Oh Jesus!
And neither my insurance will cover it because it doesn't meet my deductible, and she's uninsured, so the fucking insurance on her car is not going to cover it either. So I don't fucking know. I don't know. Yeah.
Man, just stay off the road, dude. Just stay home.
Yeah.
The license plate doesn't really do much for you, by the way, because
you can't. They'll say, "Oh, I wasn't driving the car." Like,
oh,
right?
really?
Isn't that what
Gary
that's what
goes,
I was thinking?
because it doesn't seem like it's enough either for me.
Well, I think if you call the cops with it, they'll just be like, "Yeah, okay, buddy, have fun with that."
I'm thinking if I called the cops and say, "Hey, there's this person driving recklessly down the 5 freeway," here's their license plate. At least maybe there's a chance they'd like pull them over and then.
I don't even
And then
think
I'd be
that.
like, no.
Yeah.
I think if you want the license plate, it's purely if you're going to like file a police report and then use that to try to compel your insurance. Because that happened to me and I had the license plate and it didn't do anything.
Yeah. Look, I've called. Remember, I saw a drunk driver hit on the freeway at like had to have been like 4 or 5 a.m. Just speeds past me, 100 miles per hour. Didn't sideswipe me, thank goodness. But goes right, just veers right. For this person's in the very left lane, and then just goes right through all 4 or 5 lanes and just hits a street post to where the street post just falls and blocks the entire freeway. This light just falls and every car had to stop. And some old lady spun out because she got. And then I saw the drunk driver. It was a girl, and she was obviously drunk. Because I went to her car. I'm like, "Are you okay?" And she just looks at me, and she's like wasted, and she's just jamming her car into the pole and like inching it forward, and then just speeds away. Once there's an opening
Later.
And I got the license, I got the make and model. I called 911 because this old lady couldn't get out of her car. And they're just like, "Where are you right now?" "I'm on the freeway." "Are you outside your car?" "Yeah, get back in your car and we'll send some people out there." But there's don't worry about it. Do you want to know the make and model? We're good.
Yeah.
They didn't even want to know.
It's crazy.
Yeah, they didn't care. And then people
Never
just,
a better time to drive drunk in Los Angeles.
Nope.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. So it was. Yeah. I don't know how far they really can go to do this, but I mean, I still suggest obviously calling 911 if people are in danger. But yeah, they didn't care at that time. Maybe there's it's really early. I don't know.
It's just one of those situations where unfortunately you're just gonna have to take the L. That sucks. But
I felt like I was really making a difference there
just
too.
To try and,
it was defeating.
Just to try and cheer me up, my mom was like, "That could have been a lot worse. Like if that person didn't sideswipe the end of it,
true.
And you were going 60 and he was going 90, like that could have been a really bad accident."
Stuff like this
all
will
right,
happen.
you know what? That's true. It could have been really fucking bad.
Are you a religious guy, Kalen?
No.
Okay.
Maybe a little
you like a
spiritual,
little
but
karma.
not religious.
Something I would sometimes mutter to myself every once in a while. I was just like, "I'll let God handle this."
Yeah.
as they speed off or whatever, like it's just like, okay, I can't.
Yep.
It's like,
So now
like
we know
or if I
what
really don't want to
do
deal
in
with
the
it myself,
situation.
just like, just let God handle it, and then I leave. I just go about my life.
That doesn't really help Kalen. His karma got hit.
Oh yeah.
Ew.
But look, I mean, it sucks, and that there are things that are going to happen that just you can't help, and it sucks. Talk to the guy who got his catalytic converter stolen or all his stuff stolen. And remember my stuff got stolen out of a car?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, there's only so much you could do, man.
That was right before your Italy trip, right?
Yeah, I did go to Italy.
Oh, okay.
It was amazing.
Wait, when did you do that?
Oh my God, I went for my honeymoon after I got married.
Did you have
Is that when you got?
I moved. I left.
No, you were here.
Oh, I was there
You
for
were
those stories.
You were here for these stories. Yeah.
Oh, right.
I know. It's I don't talk about that.
I feel like there was like a food segment that you took over, and then you just started talking about I don't even
Museums.
fucking museums. That's what it was.
Right.
You eat with your eyes.
Yeah, it was museums, Matt.
That's so good.
I'm sure there's a painting of fruit or something in one of them.
There's gotta be.
All right. Well, Kalen, let's cheer you up a little bit because he has an announcement to make.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hold on.
An announcement.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I was at his house for Thanksgiving. We were all over there. We celebrate at his residence, and we're of course I'm getting ready to show his kids my new tricks. I've been taking off my thumb,
Right.
and they love it.
Show him the one where you disappeared from the freeway and just left a playing card in your face.
They're not ready for that one yet, but they'll know.
That's
They'll
middle
eventually
school.
know. Yeah. But then I was talking to Kalen about his quarters.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and Kalen
You were
looks
talking
at
to
me-
quarters about his quarters.
Yeah, yeah. I was, and Kalen. I mean, I don't mean to talk out of school here, but he was in his cups.
Oh.
He was definitely in his cups that night.
As well you should be on Thanksgiving.
I admittedly don't really drink that much anymore. When I do, I've actually switched over to wine, but it was Thanksgiving. I was like, fuck it. I am done.
it was wonderful.
And me and Chris hung out all night long, and I don't really remember anything we talked about. I had
We-
no fucking
we hung
idea
out for
what
5
announcement
minutes.
you wanted me to make.
Sounds like you talked about quarters.
Yeah. Well, so and Kalen is just excited. I got a new quarter. No, I didn't ask him how he got it. I didn't ask
Do we
him.
have a theme song yet? Is Casey Peters with a
Yeah,
theme
because
song?
we're gonna be doing this like another 46 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kalen's quarter corner.
You know,
Someone's
it's-
got to write something.
It's interesting, Kaylin. My 3-year-old said the same thing to me the other day. I was like, "Oh, that's great, buddy."
Yeah. So, Kalen,
You find a quarter?
can you give us a quarter update?
Yeah, I got another quarter.
Oh my god! Really, dude? I built it up, and that's
You built it up. I don't even
All right.
remember. I
And
don't
we
even
gotta
remember
we
what
gotta
state
guess
it
the
was.
state. We gotta.
I gotta
Oh.
go get it now. Okay, now I gotta go
yeah,
get it.
yeah. You gotta go get it. My gosh, man!
Well,
What
is
is this your first time podcasting?
This is
yeah,
gonna
oh,
get-
yeah, show off your wealth.
This is gonna
So
get
the fact-
easier every time because there's only 45 options.
I can't remember the other ones that he already has though.
I know.
Again, it is someone keeping track of the states that he already has because he could
Kalen
probably
is.
say
He is.
he could
Kalen
say
is.
California 50 weeks in a row.
I
and
love
believe him.
I love how our AI guy just like finally built out his whole mod. It's like finally it's finished and we don't care anymore. It's like is somebody keeping track of Kalen's quarters.
So again, can we go around and guess the state?
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have to.
Oh, actually, I do. I
God
know the
damn.
state. I know the state. He
Oh,
told
you
me.
know.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys talked at length about it. I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh, it
Yeah.
was a
All
big
right.
part of our
Well,
night.
fuck
Well,
it.
I'm
Let's
glad
just
you
jump
know
to
it
it.
because I don't remember.
He's
which
literally
one all
looking
these
at it,
are.
and
I'm
he
gonna
still
guess-
doesn't know. What
I'm gonna
state
guess
it is.
Minnesota because it's a
Oh.
weird guess.
Oh, that's pretty good. I just, for some reason, I keep thinking Montana. I feel like that's going to be really tough to find, but maybe
All
he'll
M
knock it out
states.
early.
This one. I think it's this one.
Louisiana.
Kalen.
What do we got?
I believe it's Illinois.
You believe?
Right? That's a new.
Oh, I thought it was
Yeah.
Massachusetts. Is that what he announced last time?
That was
on
what
the
he
show?
announced last
That's-
time.
Okay, then yeah, it's probably Illinois. Hey, Illinois!
Illinois. There we go.
All right. Land
Shout out to
O'Brien.
Illinois.
I got
Part
five.
of the theme song needs to include like a shout off listing of all the different states that he has.
Yeah,
so that by the time we're
Garrett will
done
need
with
a
the
new
theme,
file every time
no,
you do
we
the bit.
know what it is.
That's right.
Matt's just saying this out loud so we can go back and listen like an audio note, right? Because there's no way that
They'll eventually-
anyone but him is making this song.
Yeah, that has a podcast ever been 60% theme song? Because we're getting close to that.
We're getting there.
Yeah.
Dave's of Thunder might
yeah.
very well have.
Well, hey, what
caught-
common
caused the
denominator is
record.
there?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, oh, that's right. That's right. Well, anyways, congrats on Illinois, Kalen. And I think that'll cheer you up, right? If you're ever worried about your car, just take a look at your new quarter, buddy.
Yeah, I could just show them the Illinois coin. Be like, is this gonna cover it? Huh? Well, too bad. It's sticking
Too
with my collection.
bad. Yeah. this is not for sale. Well, anyway, I want to hear about your guys' Thanksgivings because, yeah, as we said, Kalen and I, we had a grand old time with the family. That's where all the families get together, and like all of Jen's like mom's side. And I've been going there for a few years. I still laugh about how when Kalen first started dating Amy, and I'm like, oh well, great. And then they're pregnant, and I was like, oh well, Kalen, looks like you're gonna be coming to my Thanksgivings. And he looked at me, he's like, no. Looks like you're coming to my Thanksgivings. And that was his response. And every time I go, no, I think I'm going to Kalen's
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
Dominance was asserted.
And, oh, you want to talk about dominance being asserted? Kalen got his own stuffing.
Yeah, that's right.
Right?
Wow.
He had a personal portion of
Like,
stuffing
was it
made for him.
a labeled bowl?
It was a
It might as
saucepan.
well have
It was a
been.
whole
Saucepan,
saucepan.
okay.
And did I have a bite?
Did you?
You certainly wanted
bet
to.
you-
I
bet
did
you
want
did.
some.
I bet you
I
did.
did not have a bite. I didn't
You
get
said
a
He
bite.
was in his cups. I'm not blaming him. You got.
He was
I was
hoarding
like
that.
You
I
gotta
could just
take
I
it.
didn't even
Picture-
finish it all. There was
Oh,
bites
you
waiting
jerk.
for you. We were sitting on opposite ends of a giant ass table.
That was yeah. We were
Yeah.
We couldn't really talk during the dinner because we'd be yelling to each other.
Kalen, they made you sit at the kids' table with Chris? Come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Come on.
No, I'll let it. It was fine. It was fine.
Thank you.
I like kids' table jokes. They're kind of funny. Yeah, it was a good night though. We had a wonderful Thanksgiving. We drank a plenty.
Nice.
Yeah, and
was fun.
Yeah, it was a good time. But I want to hear about your guys, especially Matt's, who had his first Thanksgiving away from home.
Yeah, I had Friendsgiving.
Oh, you had a Friendsgiving. Is that going to be your Chez Fond du Lac?
It is. We can get
Okay.
into it if you want.
Still Thanksgiving though.
Well, before we get to it, I want to hear it. Let's go to Gary and Doss first.
Sure.
Dude, I had a great Thanksgiving. It was super traditional, small, probably the smallest one my family's done in quite a while, but it was just my
No, Matt, I wasn't there.
We just kicked it and had dinner. It was great.
Did you? The turkey, of course, was there.
There was turkey. There was honey baked ham. Which
Controversial opinion for me now, but is the ham better than the turkey?
I'll tell you, I haven't had turkey in about a year and a half.
Oh,
Or
okay. And
a
I'm
year
sorry
and
to
a week.
FTL, but look, if you deep fry turkey, yeah, the turkey's awesome. But can you deep fry a ham? Is that a thing?
You can.
Interesting.
Is that a thing?
I'm
And
pretty
how would that be
deep fry
bad?
anything.
How would that be bad? Yeah, I really and ham tastes better the next day.
Oh yeah.
Like, yeah, next day turkey is just like,
Deep fried ham sounds pretty fucking good.
It really
doesn't
does.
it?
It
Dude,
really
you
does.
guys-
Are we onto
You
something
guys-
here?
you
FTL,
guys
get back
never-
over here.
Get a hawk. Just get a
FT
fucking ham hawk.
FHL, yeah.
Fucking.
I got the name.
That's it.
DFram.
Oh, I'm in. Yeah, a defram.
Yeah, but I did not have any turkey this year. I stuck to exclusively the ham, and I went back for seconds. It was so good.
Yeah. Oh, next day I made a ham sandwich.
Oh yeah.
A
Yeah,
hamwich? Come on.
Matt just come up with new food words all the time. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Come on.
I feel bad. I should have known that. Yeah, I'm just as upset with me
He
as
said
Matt.
a defram,
Is. Yeah,
just so we didn't have to say deep fried ham.
yeah,
You know,
yeah. He's
saving
yourself
that
the
one
time.
syllable.
He's
to-
leaving.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You know
I
what?
appreciate
Save
it.
room. You're
I
going to need the
appreciate
room.
Yeah.
the economy
Food
of
you're about to
words.
enjoy.
Yes.
Well done, or defram.
brevity is a soul of wit.
Yeah. Except we still need something witty.
And
I mean, brevity is brevity.
Yeah, it's
At its
brevity.
worst, it's brevity.
You're saying what defram
Actually,
isn't witty?
I
A
will
really
take
long word
brevity.
for what it means.
I'll take brevity over wit any day.
Well, Doss,
Yeah.
you got to go up north.
Yeah, and a
to your
family's giving.
Family's kid.
Matt had a friendsgiving.
That's amazing.
Yeah, no, mom cooked the turkey, stuffed the bird. Fucking
Did you have your own stuffing
no,
reserved?
we all have our own. It's called mom's.
And you legitimately stuffed
Does it
the
have
bird with
fruit
it?
in
Oh
it?
yeah, she always stuffs the bird.
Yeah.
And then that's the best part about when you got to baste the turkey, bird. You know, that stuffing sticking out of the turkey. That's the prime grabbins.
Look, I'm all about that. I would love it
Yeah,
because I want all
so
the
good.
juices of the turkey just going right
That's
into
the best. That's
right
the
into
best,
that stuffing. Look, I mean,
best stuffing.
traditionally that's what you do, but more often than not, I just see stuffing made separately. Maybe sometimes we'll use the turkey juice and throw it in there. Same thing with the gravy. It's like, how often is gravy made out of the turkey juices? Mm-hmm. All the time?
I would
In my house all the time,
house, yeah,
but
yeah.
turkey's once a year.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you used every part of the turkey. But
Right.
okay, so
And it was just me, my mom, my dad, and my brother for the first time since high school.
yeah.
Wow, that must have been fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and how about the gravy giver?
We did have the gravy giver conversation. We did,
Gravy
even when we zoomed in the my brother's wife and kids from Texas. We had the gravy giver conversation.
Oh, via
Tracy
Zoom.
brought it up. She said, "You guys talk about the gravy giver."
It's not Thanksgiving
I said,
until you
I
do.
said, "Tracy, we have a new name. It's the gravy gadget." And the whole family agreed.
Oh.
So good job, Gary.
Did you settle?
But
Nice.
however, that doesn't mean we're gonna call it that.
No, it's fine.
It's still going to be the gravy giver,
Yeah.
According to my brother, until the end of time. So yeah, it was cool. It was nice. It was good to see the family.
You understand this
Happy to
means
be home,
now,
tired as fuck.
Yeah.
Gary, you can now trademark Gary's gravy gadget. TM,
Right.
and start your own business here because you
Well,
got
you
the
could.
idea.
I'm way ahead of you.
It could. It could.
All right. Should have thought better than to question Gary Ghost.
Yeah, exactly. He's one step ahead all the time. All right, well, Matt, why don't we get into some Chez Fond du Lac and hear about your TG?
Oh no!
What type of foods might we hear of today? What might be the price? What might be the venue? So let's find out. It's time for Gary to say, "Hey, Matt."
Was on the FG menu.
Yeah.
By the way, is
So-
Friendsgiving just like the laziest
Yes, it's
we're
stupid.
combining. I mean, Matt loves it. I bet, right, Mr. Hamwich?
Not since Seafram.
Not since Friendsgiving. Yeah, Friendsgiving doesn't roll off the tongue.
Yeah, it should
No,
just
it
be
doesn't.
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Because it can still be
Yeah.
Thanksgiving with friends. I've had non-family members at my Thanksgiving probably almost every year since I was born.
Yeah.
That doesn't
Yeah.
not make it Thanksgiving.
Not many things bother me.
But
That's one of them.
I gotta say, I always had Familysgiving, like Dawson is talking about. This is my first time not doing it, and so I guess I just didn't know how else to categorize it. And I
Thanksgiving
agree.
with my friends.
Yeah, prior to that, I too cringed at the very phrase, and yet I found myself saying it, and I apologize.
Well, just get yourself a DFram.
Yeah, I should. So my wife and I had a choice this year what we were going to do for Thanksgiving. I actually said, let's just go out to dinner. Like, let's go have a great, we'll find a place like a restaurant that does like a fancy Thanksgiving meal. There's a bunch of them around here that would do that. And let's just, avoid doing a potluck kind of thing where, the food's not going to be that great. But then we got invited to a friend's house and we just thought, you know what, let's just be social. That's the better thing to do. We can go out, another time. So we ended up at a house party that had, I would say, probably like 5 or 6 adults and 4 kids. That was roughly the size of the party. Most of the people I have known just since we've lived out here. So it was a really good group. But as predicted, the potluck food arrangement is always just a mixed bag. And on Thanksgiving of all days, like you really just are hoping that every part of the meal is great. But spoiler alert, that's not what happened.
oh,
So somebody in charge of the starters made like these little turkey cheese pastries, these ham and cheese pastries with like peppers and onions.
what's
nice.
that sounds
That
incredible.
That was good. No, those were
great.
good.
So far, so
That was
good.
good.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
I'm
in.
liking
I
that.
need a few of those.
And my buddy whose house it is, he's got these huge cast iron skillets and he's got these beautiful looking steaks. And I mean, I'm telling you, the kitchen smelled like a Teflon restaurant, just the sizzle and so much butter. The steak was absolutely incredible. Not what you would normally have on Thanksgiving, but I'm okay for the untraditional.
Yeah, they just sliced it up, and you just grab a few pieces.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
And
I
he
like doing
fried
that.
up some,
I like
roasted
that.
some
I like that
potatoes and
too.
stuff. That was pretty good too. And I'm seeing that they have these bread bowls. Like somebody took the time to buy bread bowls and slice the tops off. And I'm thinking, oh man, we're gonna have some like turkey chili or something. This is gonna be dope. Well, they made fish soup. And I'm just gonna let that sit there with a fucking thud for
I'm
a
waiting for
second.
the I'm
Chris
waiting for the
shouted.
weird part. Yeah,
Chris is stoked. I am fucking offended. And
So
I don't know how I feel about
what
it.
kind of
My
fish?
friend-
Chopino, sinigang? What are we looking?
I don't know.
my friend and his girlfriend recently went to Iceland and they had an incredible trip.
Oh,
And
sorry,
apparently
sharing culture.
they
Yeah, I don't
had-
think I'm in
All they
anymore.
did was like eat fish and like, cod, like not exciting fish, but they had this thing that they tried to recreate and it did not come out well. And I think they were a little embarrassed about it too. We were sitting
Hey, you know what?
directly across
They
from the
should be.
host. Well,
they should be. Don't try to fucking recreate something for Thanksgiving. Go fuck yourself. Unless it's like your mom's casserole. Like, no, don't try to recreate Icelandic fish soup in a bread bowl.
I did it once. Yeah, my
That is a
friend.
odd
Bread bowl,
choice.
that was the killer. It was so exciting, and then you couldn't even really eat the bread bowl. Like the bread itself was fucked over too.
Wait. So, just to confirm, you did try it.
Oh yeah, no, I was sitting across
Describe
the
the
table,
flavor.
fishy.
Like describe broth. Was it all broth? Were there chunks of fish? Was it?
Thick.
Chunks of fish.
stew,
It was kind of, I think it was
Brothy.
trying to be like a thicker, it was not brothy. It was more of like a thicker texture. I think in an ideal world, it would have been like a really nice, like creamy,
Like a
warm
chowder?
soup. Yeah, like a chowder kind of, but it just, I think the stock or whatever they started with didn't have enough flavor. And then the fish itself, I don't know in your guys' experience, but if you're going to buy fish just from the supermarket, I generally you have to cook it that night. Like some people go to the supermarket and buy fish. Maybe you'll have it the next day or shrimp or something like that.
Just
But
give
for
me some of that sweet, sweet raw fish. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Thank you, me. But you're just, to me, you got to cook it that day. And I don't know if they went out on Thanksgiving morning to buy that fish. You know what I'm saying?
Right, but they bought a whole fish. Where they're like it was like a bones and stuff, like a fish head
No,
in there. Maybe
I actually didn't see that. I
Oh.
didn't see a fish head.
Oh, then yeah, no flavor.
Well, now we get to the dessert, and that was like an international buffet is probably the best way to describe it.
Epcot
I
Center.
told you that we made some tarts. We made some pear tarts, and I still insisted on bringing a pumpkin pie. I felt very bad upstaging the dessert that we brought. But in my opinion, I was like, it's fucking Thanksgiving. There has to be a pumpkin pie.
Sure.
And so I brought the pumpkin pie.
That's
We
okay.
also brought some pear tarts. There was like a Japanese cheesecake. There was a tres leches cake.
Oh, too much dessert.
It was crazy. Like, we really should have had more sides and things like that, you know? But again, the whole point of Thanksgiving with friends is spending the time with friends. And, you know, everybody, they did a little thing where everyone like lit a candle and talked about what they were thankful for. It was really, really nice.
What'd you say?
The
I
cow
said-
goes.
Yeah, what'd you say?
That's
Wait,
right.
let's just recreate. Okay. They're at dinner. They just finished their second helping of fish soup.
Hold on, let me get the mood here.
Someone hands Matt a candle of the Virgin Mary.
Yes,
They
it
light-
is. Is it a votive candle,
Yes,
or is
yes.
it shaped like her out of wax?
That's
It's a votive. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
come on, it's traditional.
I think I said that I was thankful to my wife, although I didn't say it that way.
Only correct answer. That is the only correct answer.
And I also said that I was really thankful for having met such great friends after only being here for such a short period of time.
Oh,
was very nice.
Yeah.
That is
Also,
that's
he's
that's really sweet.
nice.
Hey, he's thankful
Yeah.
that he replaces.
You weren't
Oh,
That's fantastic,
Actually,
guys.
on that note, no,
thankful. You
Gary,
should
I'm
have been
glad you
thankful
said
for the
that.
fish stew.
I'm glad you said something, Gary, because there was one more highlight to my Thanksgiving, and that is a phone call I received from one Gary Smith, who called to wish me a happy Thanksgiving.
that's why I was busy when I
and
called
we had
you.
a wonderful conversation.
Yeah.
We hung up, and I just had a big smile on my face. I thought, never going to replace that one. Never going to replace that one.
Just looked around
And-
the room.
Damn it! I knew those fish soup people were Filipino.
And that's what's on the menu.
Hey, I love it. That was one. It sounds like you had a really, really nice Thanksgiving with friends. Kalen, when we did his at his house, you know, I always laugh because a few years ago, Kalen's like, we were sitting at the table and. You know, he's still kind of new. He's like, "Are we gonna do the thing where we go around?" And he was leading the way. Like, can we do the thing where we go around and say what we're thankful for? So before the dinner started, we're walking to the table. I go, "Kalen, you doing it again?" It's like, "Oh yeah,
How it went, but go ahead.
oh yeah, that's exactly what happened."
How
Oh,
it
Chris is
went,
like,
but go
"Yeah,"
Kalen's like, it's going down, man.
and
It's
he's like, he
going
looks at
down.
me,
You
he
better
grabs me
believe
by
I'm
the
doing
collar, and he's like,
What are you thankful for?
he grabs me by the collar, and he's like,
for?
"Hey, when it's my turn, I'm gonna drop a bomb. I have a banger of a thank you." And then he pushes me off. He pushes me into the lockers. I don't know why you have
Somebody hit
lockers
my
at your
car.
house, dude, but you threw me into the lockers.
Yeah, that is weird.
I've seen Kalen, like, before a stand-up show, he would get amped up.
Yeah.
He'd be like, come here, I'm doing my set for you.
Yeah.
He'd push people out of the way.
Yeah, shadow boxing and stuff. So, but yeah, Kalen went, and he was like, he's like, oh, and he was catering to this audience too. Oh my gosh, he was with his family there and all the aunts, and it's like, I'm grateful.
My mom
for-
was in town.
His mom was in town from across the pond, and he looks at everybody and he just goes, "I'm thankful for all the women in my life."
It's a good move.
Play up.
Yeah, it was beautiful though, and he
Then
really,
he looked at you and went, "Fuck off." Dude.
yeah.
Chris may have exaggerated a tad, but there was a moment where he's like, "What are you gonna say?" And I was like, "Don't worry, I got it."
I got one.
Same thing. Did I not say that?
Yeah, it's essentially the same thing without the lockers.
Yeah.
You did flick your cigarette in slow motion, like back into the kitchen, like, towards
Yeah.
the oven, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That
Yeah.
was my stuffing.
Walked away from the explosion.
Poured
Yeah.
your wine glass into your plate.
No, it was great, man. And then it went around to me, and I'm like, well, I can't follow that.
Yeah. Right.
You can't say that you're thankful for the women in your life? Jesus Christ.
Well, it's just
You
gonna sound like
really
I'm
blew it.
riding those
No, you blew
coattails.
it. You blew it.
It sounds like I'm riding his coattails.
I too am thankful for the women in Kalen's life.
Ah, perfect.
Ah, I should have done that.
That's not a good answer.
No?
That's a good one.
Nope, don't do that.
Yep.
No, I
You should have
just
said you're thankful for all the men in your life.
I got a
that
big
started
applause.
barking.
Engrave it.
I still got a big
Engrave it.
applause with mine.
Did you?
Yeah. I said I'm thankful
Big
for
applause.
Yeah, because I did a little dance after. I played a little song. I said I'm thankful for officially being being an official part of this family because I just got married this year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
and
You got married?
dude. I went to Italy.
Wow.
Went over gangbusters. Yeah, and
you
it
go
was
to any
great.
museum?
You went to GameStop?
I went to I went to Italy. just like in White Lotus. Come on. Right, so in Italy. I've been watching.
Yeah.
I watched the last 2 episodes. Wow.
No spoilers.
No
spoilers.
Okay. Woo! That last one.
If you dare.
Woo! Gary knows.
Oh yeah.
So I said I'm officially part of the family. It was really nice. There's like 30 people there or something.
Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Jen's after me. And she's like looking at me and she's like, "That's all you got?"
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
She mouthed that to me, and then she grabs me by the collar and she's like, "Let me show you how it's done," and just throws me back into the lockers.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I gotta stop hanging by these lockers.
What am I doing in front of these
True.
lockers?
At least they were closed.
Yeah. And then Jen's
You
like,
catch a corner of an open locker.
yeah. Dude, those corners hurt, especially the part of, like the meaty part of my back.
Right.
Yeah. I'm kind of used to it now. They have like Chris dents in them. Because Kalen really tosses me in there. He locks me in them, all that
Chris
stuff.
Dents?
You want to know how he gets his quarters? He turns me upside down and just shakes me.
You know I don't steal the quarters. You know I don't do.
That's right. He leaves them there. He leaves them there. He's like, I can't take them. I wish I did have Nevada, but I can't take it. And then so Jen goes, and Jen's like, well, it was kind of bittersweet because her aunt recently passed. So everyone's really thinking that she wasn't there. And then Jen says, also, I'm very thankful because I'm expecting a baby boy in May. And the crowd just goes nuts, right, Kalen? Isn't it just like
a party?
Yeah, it's a party. It's just you can't even hear yourself think. And then
it was a bomb.
And Jen drops the mic, tosses me into
Drops
the
the bomb.
lockers. Yeah, and that was it.
So are you being serious?
Congratulations, bro.
Oh, I'm totally
Dude.
serious.
Congratulations, dude.
Wow.
That's awesome.
I know. Cameron's like, "How are you gonna do it?" And I'm like,
Congratulations,
"Oh, I'll tell it." I guess I was gonna wait till the end, but we're doing this, and I was like, "I'll just tell what Jen did, and I don't have
fucking
to
great, dude.
deal with it."
Dude, that's
job.
fucking awesome.
Thanks,
Congratulations.
guys. Thank you. But anyway, that's the big bomb. And Jen's like, mine's better than yours. And I'm like, yeah, it was all right. And then so I got in my car and I sped off and turned
I
180.
thought mine was good. No.
Dude,
I mean, that totally buries my good news. Kaylin, I reached into my pocket and I'm gonna start collecting quarters too, but only the ones with the eagle on them. I'm done.
that's it.
Dawson
His
got
an
set's
eagle.
complete. We should get
My
Dawson.
set's complete.
Let's get Dawson a booklet with just one hole,
Yep.
There you go.
and that'll be his.
Shit, dude.
Yeah. Well, I knew Jen was gonna say that.
Thanks for taking the air out of my thing. What the fuck, dude?
There's some lockers in the back. I'll toss you into them. So I knew Jen was gonna say that. So when Cam was like telling me how what a banger he has for a thing, I'm like, dude,
Wow.
you better hope you go first.
You're
But you
gonna
did.
get bodied.
You're gonna get bodied. Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. And like the best was I had to. So we did the announcement with all the families in Thanksgiving, and every morning Jen's dad's side gets together, but Jen had to work. What are you doing?
Sharing
You
the
tweeting?
I didn't tweet. I didn't
Just
tweet
typing
it.
around.
I didn't tweet it, but I know someone who's gonna be very pissed that they didn't find out even sooner. So
Wow. Then that.
Producer
words.
LL, huh?
no, she'll find out.
Yeah. So it's the turkey trot. Jen's dad's side does this thing called the turkey trot where they go out and they walk around the block, and this is the 36th annual turkey trot. Now, when Jen and I started dating, the Wednesday, typically out here and probably everywhere, right? The Wednesday before Thanksgiving is like a rager night because everyone comes home, everyone goes out to whatever bar, and you reconnect with all your friends from high school or you call it whatever you grow up, and you just all your hometown friends.
Yeah.
And you see them, and everyone just gets drunk, and we partook in that too. So when Jen and I started dating, we both did that, and then I remember we ended up at Mikey's house, and Jen's like shaking me, waking me up, like, Chris, we're hungover as hell, and she's like, you got to take me to my aunt's house. I don't know why she has a Batman voice right now, but it was early. You have to take me to my aunt's
You now
house.
have my permission to die.
Yeah, I was Bane.
Yes.
And I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, I can't miss the turkey trot. I go every year. I'm like, what the hell is a turkey trot? So me, super hungover, had to drive her super hungover to her family's like turkey trot. And that's how I finally found out about this thing. And now I've been going for the last few years. But caveat. Jen works at a hospital. Hospitals, for some reason, do not close on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, for some reason.
It's
so weird.
like one of the few places. It's annoying. But so she had to work this Thanksgiving, so she couldn't make the turkey trot, but I could. And she looks at me, and this is my first time ever going without her, and she's like, "You're gonna have to tell the family. You're gonna tell my dad's side." And I'm like, "What?" She's like, "Yeah, you gotta tell everybody there." And there's probably just as many, if not more, people at this party, Galen. So yeah, the way I did it was we take a big group picture. And then I stopped as everyone disperses. I wait. Let's send a video to Jen and let's.
And then you dressed up as a baby.
I dressed up as a baby and like, look.
Oh, Matt's not that. God damn it! Thank you, Kaylin, but Matt's really the one who gets a kick out of those.
Oh, I'm so bummed Matt missed it. But yeah, and then I just told them like there, and I got a video of it, which was pretty great too.
That's awesome.
Yes, I wish her a happy Thanksgiving, and also can't wait to meet your baby boy in May, and then everyone just went nuts, and it's all out there, man.
Nice, dude.
Yeah, we all.
Congrats.
did it. Thank you,
First boy,
You're gonna be a
huh?
good dad.
First boy in the squad.
dude. Yeah, everyone has girls, so
I know.
Yeah, well, you don't, but
No, yeah, real fathers.
yeah.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Well, hey, but that means I'm not going to be a jerk.
Hey, that,
Right? Or I'm not-
No,
I'm
that
not
means you haven't been shitty to women. See, theory confirmed, Kaylin.
Yeah, totally.
Sorry, I didn't even bring that up again. Anyway, it's exciting. I don't really know what to expect, obviously. But I mean, my friends have kids, and it's
You're gonna be a great dad, dude.
Oh, thanks.
There's nothing to.
We're just excited. We're very
It's,
excited.
yes, you should be, and we're excited for you. That's the best news ever. And
Thanks, man.
good job revealing that.
Hey.
I like that.
Ah.
I did not see that coming.
That was the point. And neither did the people at the table. Oh wait, we gotta pop.
I'm celebrating.
Yeah. A club! All right, but let's move on with the show. I don't mean to make it all about me here. So why don't we do some flicking the bean?
All right.
We all want to know what they opinions what we need.
We need.
So Kaylin, get on that mic.
That mic and flick the
bean.
Oh, Kaylin, flick the bean.
Respect all women.
Oh, yeah, Kaylin, prep yourself. Now, I know this isn't for Knives Out 2.
It's not.
Because you and
That's
I
not.
made plans.
That's not what it's called.
Hey, by the way,
Stop calling it that. Stop calling it that.
Kaylin, once again, in his cups, he's like, hey, Knives Out 2, me and you, buddy. Let's do it. Let's ride into the horizon, watch Knives Out 2. I'm like, when do you want to do
We may
it?
never make it back.
Yeah, that's the vibe
see
he
it.
was. That's the vibe he was giving me, and he goes, let's
Man,
go.
I was
Let's
in
watch.
my cups because I remember this way differently.
Yeah, well, yeah, I will. And well, he wanted to watch it next day, like
Oh,
Black
yeah?
Friday.
Black Friday?
By the way,
Did I pitch next day?
yeah, that was next day, dude. Black Friday's next day.
Well, I knew I pitched it, but
You got to see it Black Friday, man.
Yeah,
I
and by the
pitched
way,
it days
and I
prior.
argued with you, Kaylin. This is how I know because I argued, Kaylin, the theater that we go to is at a mall. And you want us to
You
go?
did say that.
You want us
Yeah,
to
you
go
did say
to
that.
a mall on Black Friday? But then Keenan's like, "Yeah, I'll get tickets. I'll hit you up." And that was the last time I talked to Kaylin.
Until just now.
Yeah, till today.
I don't remember anything after that. I'm sorry. That was it just sent me into overdrive at that point.
Sure.
Now, I got home yesterday after my very long day and my car getting hit, and I had nothing. And I knew we were doing the show today. I was like, shit, I have nothing to watch.
And then you got
I'm watching things,
sideswiped.
But I'm in the middle of, a few shows right now. So I'm like, I got fucking nothing. I got to start looking. So
Uh-oh.
I went to this trusty Stars app that you kept talking about. And
Oh,
I
yeah.
And I found Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Yeah,
I
so
was like,
Kaylin,
hey.
I've been telling him to get on this
Whoop.
Stars for a minute, right? And he's like, I don't want to see Stars. And then he finally checks out Stars, and he texts me, hey, checked out Stars. Not bad.
It's a sleeper.
It's a sleeper. There's some good
It is.
stuff.
I think
Sleeper.
Stars might be the Sony app because movies like Spider-Man and I think that Nicolas Cage one, like they take so long to come to a digital streaming service, and then they usually end up popping up
Oh,
on
interesting.
Stars.
That
Well,
would
that's
make
what
sense.
What I've kind of noticed.
That's what I was gonna say because I was close to seeing this in the theaters. It came out in November last year, and I was close to seeing it in theaters. I was like, hey, I might as well just wait a month or two before it comes on streaming. And I just have not seen it anywhere. And so I just kind of forgot about it. And then I saw it on I was like, oh, fuck yeah, Ghostbusters Afterlife.
I'm excited. I've seen this. I saw it on a plane.
Yeah, of course you did.
What's
so
that?
has anyone else?
Cut me
I
down.
think
Jesus.
pretty much every movie you see these days is on a plane, especially the ones you shouldn't be watching on a plane.
Yeah.
But this one is not quite as egregious as some of the other ones. It's written and directed by Jason Reitman, of course, the son of Ivan Reitman, who also did Juno and Thank You for Smoking. I didn't know that.
Those are very good movies.
Yeah, they're solid. And Thank You for Smoking was his first movie too. The Ghostbusters stars Paul Rudd, Finn Wolfhard
From Stranger Things.
and
It.
McKenna Grace. It's unbelievable how many amount of credits this 16-year-old has, but you might have seen her in like a very popular meme where it's like this girl plays the younger version of everybody in Hollywood, and it's like the younger Tanya Harding and the younger Captain Marvel. It's like whenever
They use the same girl for a lot of those, huh?
That's the girl. That's the girl
She's
from
good
that
then.
meme.
Yeah, shapeshifter.
The movie's 2 hours
Because
and
you
4
can
minutes.
shapeshift or two, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Okay, you're a young
Shang Tsung.
Shang Tsung.
Yeah. That's all.
She just goes,
exactly.
boom.
Yeah. The movie cost $75 million and made $204 million.
Did you recognize who played the mom?
No.
Oh, she was in that show, The Leftovers.
Oh, why the leftovers?
The only leftovers Kalen cares about is Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I know.
This show, The Leftovers, was like, what is it, 2, maybe 3 seasons
3
on
seasons.
HBO? And the first season was like, okay, it's like what? People just disappear, right? Like that's the whole premise. People just disappear.
Oh my god.
And the first season's like super average, but apparently the second season's really fucking good. And for as long as I've known Chris, he's been like, fucking Leftover season 2, give it another chance. Like, oh my God.
I've been trying to get you back on Leftovers, dude. Give it a chance.
Yeah.
Mister, I don't know what to watch. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
I got you.
Leftovers. It's got a 63% with the critics and a 94% with the audience. And so this is not a remake. It's a continuation of the story. This one's about a single mother and her 2 kids who move to a small town where they begin to discover their connection to the original Ghostbusters. And I would say, I'm a fan of the original Ghostbusters, but not like I think a lot of other people are.
You're a
I
little
see
young.
you looking at me. I see you looking at me.
You're a little young.
Yeah, I've seen it multiple times. Like I really like the Ghostbusters, but again, it's a cultural phenomenon to a certain generation.
Absolutely.
So I'm not that big of a fan, but of course I'm a fan. I've also seen the second one a couple times.
Were you ever a Ghostbuster for Halloween, Kalen?
No, I was never a Ghostbuster. Problem.
Matt?
Fuck yeah.
Gary?
I was
In
a
college.
Ghostbuster. I was a Ghostbuster just because it was Wednesday. I had like a full-blown fucking brown jumpsuit that was custom sewed for me, and I had different name tags for all the different Ghostbusters.
Oh, dang. Yeah, I was a
wonderful.
Ghostbuster for Halloween, too.
Dude, when I was in college,
Dude, every day I went to the
Power Pack.
Ghostbusters Academy. We had to wear that shit.
Dawson
every
was an
day.
actual Ghostbuster. See?
all day.
Look who you're talking to, Kalen.
Yeah. Well, by the way, who here? Chris, has anyone else seen Afterlife?
No,
Yeah.
I turned 12 and moved on.
I too waited for it to come onto digital. I really wanted to see it in theaters because of that 94%, and I thought I should really go see it, but I ended up waiting for it to be on digital demand. So, but yeah, I saw it.
Based on okay. Yeah, and so I never bothered with the female remake that they did. I think we're just supposed
Respect
to
all
forget
women.
about that one.
Very sexist of you, though, yeah.
But I think
Chris-
it was really bad.
Chris Pine was fantastic from what I've seen.
He was good.
Yeah, the dude in the movie.
Jeez.
Chris
The
Hemsworth.
dude in the movie did great.
Yeah, and he didn't even say the right Chris. It
Yeah,
was Chris
the wrong
Hemsworth.
Chris.
Oh, my
It was
God.
intentional.
But you know, Chris Pine
Chris Pine.
would have been great in it too. Respect
Use
all
more Chris
Chris's.
Pine, yeah.
So I could be and probably am wrong about this, but I don't think that they.
But
Good way to
buckle
lead it.
up.
Yeah, I actually legitimately want to know. I don't think that they referenced the second Ghostbusters movie in Afterlife, because they reference the first one a lot and the incident that took place in like 1984, but it appears as if they're just pretending like this Ghostbusters 2 didn't happen.
Oh, they Halloweened it.
And I haven't, again, I've only seen the second one a couple of times. I remember, the guy in the painting and like the
Yeah, I
the
feel like there
ooze
may have
slime
been
river,
like
but I don't.
it may have been like a joke or a reference to the painting guy. I think that was just like a nod to it. I don't remember an overt reference to it either. But
I would just say a lot of the movie was about the first movie, and I didn't see anything that seemed to match up with the second one. So I don't know. I was just kind of wondering if there were points in it that I missed. But I will say that this movie it's very cute and silly, and it's also really fun and really enjoyable. It, of course, is definitely, you have to watch the original Ghostbusters to watch this one. Otherwise, it's not going to be the same at all. So there's a couple of little plot holes, a couple of nitpicky things here and there.
Like ghosts.
Yeah, those ghosts aren't real.
It's more like the average people and their reactions to what would be ghosts, and or their non-reactions, I would say.
Oh, they're reacting unrealistically?
They're reacting a little unrealistically.
To the ghosts.
To the ghosts.
That's how people do.
Yeah. And again, it's stuff you can very easily look past for the sake of the new kind of resurgence in Ghostbusters. There were two things that if I had to criticize, one was the music. Now, a lot of times with these reboots or just the later continuations, they'll kind of either save the music for the end credits or do like a little twist on the music, make it a little slower.
Yeah.
And spoiler alert, they did that with this one too. They saved it for the end. And I wanted the fucking Ghostbusters music when they're driving that car around. And I thought there was a great instance when it could have happened, but they didn't do it. They saved it for the end. And I was like, well, fuck. I wanted the Ghostbusters music to be a little
So you wanted the 1980s version, not
Parker
the like
Jr.
hip version of it that they made.
Yeah, I wanted them to be driving around in the car with the original
Right.
Ghostbusters, the one that they play once the fucking credits start.
The whole time, Kaylin didn't know who to call.
Yeah, exactly. He's confused the whole movie. So it's not necessarily the music, but it was just the music placement. You could have played that song earlier.
Right. And like I said, a lot of movies
I
will just
see.
save it for the end credits, and I'm kind of fine with that. But this one in particular, I was like, I wanted the music to go along with the action.
Yeah.
There, it was just
What'd they play? Anthrax?
Yeah, they played Anthrax.
Sweet.
Matt sent me a list of
that a
Halloween
death metal
songs
band?
to play at my Halloween show, and we played Ghostbusters off it. We looked in.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, we
Did you
played
guys tape that?
There might be video somewhere.
Come on. I want to see it.
Okay, I'll send it to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't great or anything. We just learned it that day, but it was fine. People got what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might have it here. Yeah, we'll just. Oh wait, no. We'll
Yeah.
do it next show.
No. It's right there.
I want to see it.
It's right there.
Let's do it next show. I'll pull it up. But anyway, keep going. Okay. Oh, Kaylin. Sorry. Did you mention Paul Rudd?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. What do you think about him?
In fact, Kalen said he was the star of the movie, which I found quite interesting considering
yeah.
he's like the fifth lead in it. But
He's the biggest name in it.
He's the biggest name.
He's the biggest name. I got to start with Paul Rudd.
Finn
Come on, he was in
Wolfhard, whatever that kid's name
Yeah,
is.
Wolfhard.
Yeah, you don't know his name. Whatever that kid's name is, he's the lead. He's the star.
Huge star.
Fuck Ant-Man. Yeah.
Ant-Man. Yeah, okay.
So, and just the other thing that irked me a little bit was the ending. It ends very abruptly. There's usually, like a denouement, as they call it, which is the moment after the climax in the movie. And this one,
Not just climax when you said Demona.
Ooh. What did you just say, Chris?
Demona.
that pronunciation is great. So this, the big ending happens, and then the movie just fucking ends, like right there. And I was like, yeah, I kind of wanted a little more closure than what you were
wanted
giving
the
me.
diarrhea.
I wanted, yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So wait, you're telling me as they were playing the song you wanted, you were saying, I wish they weren't playing this song right now?
Well, that's kind of what I was saying before.
Yeah.
I wanted them to be playing it when the fucking action was happening.
Right.
And then I thought a little bit extra would happen. And then, the song hits, and
then
I
they
didn't
hit you
feel
with the
good when
song.
that happened. And I was like, well, yeah, I kind of wanted a little extra, a little something else on there. But again, they're just kind of little nitpicky things. Still, I highly recommend it. It's very fun, sweet, silly, nostalgic. Just like a Twinkie.
Oh,
I think it's
Nice
the
tie-in.
perfect.
When did this food thing start?
Oh, it was about 15 episodes ago.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Wow.
Dawson,
How I got to
the amount
know
of
the roots
time
of this
I have to
and see
spend
where
on
we went
finding a
wrong.
fucking food compared to actually like watching and writing movies, trust me.
like a Twinkie. okay,
okay,
now I
okay.
get it. Now I understand the review.
Yeah. I will say this though, you all know that I do not like sweet things, and I don't particularly like Twinkies unless I am stoned. Which I am not anymore these days, but when I did get high, I fucking loved a Twinkie. So I would say Ghostbusters Afterlife is like a Twinkie when you're stoned. Applicable 8.6 out of 10.
Ooh.
Now, Kalen, I have to ask, you compare it to a Twinkie, but do you also understand that in the spirit of Ghostbusters, you actually are doing a reference to the first film?
Yes, I
Okay, good.
understand
I'm
that.
glad. Thank
That
you.
is a lot of.
I don't know if anyone in that room gets it, but I'm glad that you do. So
There's
thank you.
there's even
Kaylin-
a reference to that in the movie.
Kaylin, were you just underhandedly trying to advise the
That's a
audience to
big
watch this
Twinkie.
movie high?
Well, I wouldn't fault them for it. It'll certainly still be fun. Yeah.
You should have said it was
Get
like
high
a
and watch Ghostbusters. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's just like a Stay Puft Marshmallow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's the. I'll just play it on the microphone here. I don't know. Hopefully this sounds okay. Okay.
Sounds great.
You get it?
Yeah.
Is that you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good job.
Was that Mikey?
Yeah, Mike
Good
and
job.
Will. See, we did it.
Please tell me the crowd started joining in.
Oh yeah.
Good. Yeah, that's great.
Good job.
Yeah. So there you go.
Awesome.
I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
Yeah, we're gonna be
Did you
playing
do
that.
part?
We're playing that our next show on Christmas too. So yeah, it's a year long song now. All right. Well, hey, nice job, Kaylin. I might go back and watch Ghostbusters Afterlife again because I've been craving a Twinkie.
It's really fun.
Yeah. All right, you guys want to go around and get our plugs in GTFO because we got a whole other show that later this week on our Patreon page at patreon.com/watercooler. We can get more into what's going on with us. So why don't we go around the room and get our plugs in? I'll start on my right here. Mike Dawson, what do you suggest we check out?
Just be good to each other.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. And I appreciate that. And I back that 100%. All right, all the way in Austin, Texas. Matt, what about you?
Well, I think I plug this every single year around this time, but
Your
ABC
Twitter? We know.
just started their
Oh, God,
10th
the Christmas
season
light fight shit.
of the Great Christmas Light Fight. Fucking DVR that shit. If you're into Christmas nerddom, the way that my family is, you will really enjoy it. And I will also say, in the spirit of Christmas, this is the time of giving. Give someone you know, preferably a child, a subscription to our Patreon, videotape yourself gifting it to them, and then send it in, because we've done this for the last several years. It's become a tradition, and there's nothing funnier than watching somebody have absolutely no idea what they're being gifted.
Yeah, and it is the gift that keeps you giving. And now, Kaylin, what about you?
I would say sign up for our Patreon, where you get
Yeah.
an extra dose of our show every week, and just another big congratulations to Chris.
Thanks, Kaylin. Dawson and Matt, we went by you guys already, and I had to get all the way to Kaylin for him to
Part of the
say
plug is,
something.
What do you recommend? What am I supposed to recommend?
I was in my cups a bit, but I do remember one point where I was just talking to Chris about, you know what it's like when you're a dad and when you become a dad and this happens to you. And I realized, like, I saw myself from third person. I was like, and I stopped and went, I bet you're kind of getting this all the time now. People like explaining what it's like being a dad and how to be a dad these days. He's like, yeah, kind of. And I was like, all right, well, you know what? I'm gonna not do
Didn't
that.
stop you.
And that's when you
I
said,
appreciated it. Come on.
That's when you said, I found a quarter.
Yeah, but I did appreciate Kaylin dropping some knowledge that night, though. It was nice talking to him. All right, thanks, buddy. And Gary, what about you?
Yeah, I agree with Kaylin. I'd plug our Patreon, and congratulations again to Chris.
Thanks. Oh, you know, the best part is Kaylin's like, say goodbye to your time. And I was like, oh, great.
Well, I think we were on the subject of golf.
Yeah, and then I said, what about golf?
You got it in while it lasted.
Yeah.
That's good.
And Kaylin just laughed for 10 seconds in my face when I mentioned golf.
We'll be okay.
Oh, all right. All right. Well, anyway, thanks again, everybody, for checking out this podcast, sharing it with a friend, and we will see you later this week for Patreon. We love you. And goodbye.